Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of JB Saltwater Fish Tank and Friends. This is gonna be an actual quick episode. It's not gonna last 18, 20, 30 minutes at all this time. What happened is I got a few comments reference how do I maintain all of my tanks. Well, what you're looking at is the scrap tank in the garage, and what happened is the reason I built this tank is because I told you guys when I'm out here or a few friends come over, we play dominoes. As you can see, the table's still here, and we have fun. Whether it's have a cigar, race RC cars. Whether it's building a stand for the next project, whether it's working on another tank sitting right next to this, whether we do a lot here. So we wanted to make this space very convenient. I'm one of those people that I always have a variety of friends over, so some days they'll come over and we'll go bike riding. I mean, my neighborhood's pretty big, so I keep an extra bike. That's the Sprite bike up there. And then so I'll keep an extra bike at the house, so you don't even have to bring your own. Basketballs, I keep like 2 or 3 basketballs, 5 soccer balls, 3 footballs, I want to say. So there's always something to do when you come over. And if you're handy and you need tools, well, as you guys know, I have my tools over here ready to go, so we're able to knock things out. Now back to this water change. Now what happened is I'm not a firm believer in adding chemicals to tanks. I think that the biggest reset that you can do on a water tank, especially based in Florida in the Tri-County area, Dade, Broward, West Palm Beach, is water changes. I think that because and I use natural seawater. So what happens is, being the fact that I'm able to have my own water delivered to me, it's always on hand. I never have to worry about impurities because I know where I get it from and what the process I go through to make sure that my water is clean. It takes me no time at all to sanitize the natural seawater, so I know that I'm getting the best possible water myself. And when you do it yourself, it's a lot easier than basically hiring a company or somebody who doesn't process their water. And what I mean by process, I filter it, I UV it, and I check the levels. Sometimes, let's say if the alk or calc is low, which sometimes in natural seawater is, I could boost it up if need be, but it all depends on how my tank's doing. Lately, I think for the past year and a half, I have not have to boost anything up. But on, like, for example, the Spartan, I do have a a dosing system. So I mean, it balances out regardless of the fact. Now, the way I do my water changes is exactly how you're looking at it. I mean, I have 2 of those hooks, and matter of fact, I'll start the water change. Hold on 1 second. All right, so the way it works for me is you could kind of see my shadow behind the in the glass. So what happens is there's a chair right behind me. Okay, so these are my water tanks. Here is about, I want to say, 750 gallons, and you can hear the water. Hold on. You can hear the water coming out. This is my driveway, very long driveway, and the water just goes out into the street. Now, not great for grass, that's why I do it on the cement. I'm actually getting my driveway extended to be a 6-car driveway versus 4, so that's coming soon. And then what happened is, here is the supply of water that I'm using. This is my van. I've owned this thing for years. It's not going nowhere. This is like the staple of my house, like, unless I get a new one, and I'm not gonna get one any bigger than this, just a nicer one. But I would drive this thing maybe, like, I want to say 4 times at max a month, but I own it. I love it. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So here we have 140 gallons. So I don't really count. I mean, I know what's in the tank right there, and basically I don't really count what's coming out of the tank here. So what I do is I turn this on, and as you can see, it's down to, because I have it at an angle, so it's down to a minimum. So let's say that's it. We've now exhausted how much water we want to take out. So then my next thing is to turn this on here, and then go to my handy dandy Ryobi, pull down my cable, 30 feet of it, find my power cord, plug it in, and sorry about that. And what's the saying that they always say? Set it and forget it. That's it. So I plug that in. Water starts pumping into the tank. And that's it. This is a JB's water change. Now, you're asking, well, you have all those tanks inside the house. How do you get to all them tanks inside your house? How do you get to the Spartan? How do you get to Jaden 60 gallon? How are you going to get to 300? Well, 300 is, the King Leonidas is less than 25 feet from the garage. The Spartan is 60 feet from the garage, and Jaden's tank is 65 feet from the garage, I want to say. So I always have a leftover of hose, about 40 feet of hose left over. So I have no problem, and I have hoses in different sizes. This is the red one's 3/4. The green one's 1 inch. And then that green one right there is 2 inches. So I have every size of hose to be able to run. So I don't have to worry about anything. The other thing is, in this tank, the most I've done is I have that mesh. This is a mesh filter bag, because bugs fly around in here and they end up in the water. So that's why I have the mesh filter bag, which I gotta clean that one out now. And then after that, I have the 8x8x1 brick inside the sump for bacteria. Other than that, that's it. This is how this tank runs. Don't plan on adding anything more. Don't plan on doing anything more. This is it. I feed the fish. I wasn't planning on putting corals in here, but a few people are like, oh, we're bringing stuff to drop off. By all means, feel free, but hey, this is how this tank is staying. I mean, it does have 4 T5s, the LEDs, plus the metal halides, and I found this, like I said, for $100 plus the sump, which was $15. So the total cost on this tank is $115 for me out of pocket personally. So I couldn't complain, you know what I mean? So definitely, if you guys were interested, you're able to see that we're at the top here. So go ahead and shut that off. So, all right, walk back here, plug this in. And this is on the floor for now. I just haven't had a chance. I'm building a containment box for this, so in case my garage ever floods or anything like that. So don't think that I'm just being stupid or lazy. All right, so that's it. I can go ahead and unplug this bad boy and come back over here, retract the cable, and that's it. JB's water change. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Oh, and just in case you thought I was kidding about it working everywhere, let's do this. Hello, Spartan. That's in. That's out. Have a good one.